So we will be providing, yeah, we will be providing everything in the sense we will be providing the setup videos and we will be providing the studio, everything we will be providing you. So we have this training app. So you can take this app. So you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, that's great. Okay, see, so what we are going to give you is like I'm going to give this entire folder to you guys. So I'm sharing you an emails once you are opted for the course. So then, so once you are in, right? So you can able to open like however we are working, going to work, right? So like right, how to open a studio and everything. So we will be doing the same way. Um, so I'll give you the set of videos also to you guys. So you can go through the course content and then you can do the working session on your personal PCs. Along with that, I'm going to give you the recording sessions too as well. So meanwhile it is starting. So let me share you this to you. Um, yeah, so we have these
Hello,
videos too.
hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I am very new to all these. So,
Okay.
yeah, so if you can,
Yeah, yeah.
like,
So, anyways, no, yeah, we are not considering anyone as an experienced. So, we are treating everyone as a new one. So, we are going to provide the same thing. Like, I'm not going to start from any base. I mean, not from any like certain point. So, I'm going to start from scratch, like right from data models to everything, like how we can configure the screens and coverages, conditions, exclusions. Along with that, the act like all other concepts. So I think I'm going to share you the documentation as well to you guys. You can go through around that, and we will be covering each and every topic on daily basis. Okay, so that's how the plan is. So we'll be taking up that way. So and meanwhile, so this is like just a hand. So every time we won't be like available, right? So what you guys can do is like you can refer these videos just for the safe purpose. You like in the same thing. So in the videos also you're going to have how you can start the studio and the studio setup and different concepts like what I'm going to explain, right? Everything will be on recorded, and here also you'll have certain recordings too. You can go through them and then you can like you can go through it and then you can practice at your free time when you get some time, right, apart from the class timings. So that's how the process will be. And yeah, so coming to the studio, right, so you see, right, so this is the studio which I'm going to provide to you guys. So here this is like an guide your OTB code, which is an out of the box code. This is a base code. So I'm going to provide this entire studio setup and the documentation to you guys, along with along with this recording videos too. So at your free time you can practice, and we will be doing the working session on every concepts. So that's how the training will go. Okay. Yeah, so coming to topics, right? So I'm going to cover entire policy center. So depends. So many people are into configuration and some are into integration, right? So depends upon the selection. We'll be providing the entire course. So mostly the configuration we'll be providing. If you are willing to take up the integration too, then you can go to the integration as well. Yeah, we'll be providing the like from the integration standpoint, we'll be telling like REST endpoint, cloud APIs, and SOAP. I mean, we are not going to tell anything on SOAP, but yeah, now in everything on cloud, right? Cloud is on REST endpoints only. So REST APIs, cloud APIs, and then we'll be telling the schema changes, mapping, response mapping, and jar generation. So everything we'll be teaching you. So yeah, that's how the training will be. So any questions till now?
like that setup and all you'll share over mail, right?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, yeah.
Rakesh?
So everything you see, I'll work with you guys. No issue. It's like collaborative session. Everyone will be collaboratively work together, and then we'll be fulfilling this training in 1 month. So that's how the things will go. Okay. So I'll share you the steps, and if you're facing some issues, right, we'll be having after the session, we'll be having 15 to 20 minutes working session. So we'll probably try to resolve in that session, and then let's see how these things will go. Okay. If not, you can like if someone has achieved it, then you can work within the team, and you can schedule around your team, right? So that's how we can achieve that too. So yeah, we will plan accordingly once these things will start, right? So based upon the count, we will be coordinator.
So the topics will be both configuration plus integration, not just integration.
That's up to you. So that's up to you. If you want to, but yeah, so we will be providing only configuration thing. So if you specifically want to learn integration, so see, basically that's up to you. If you're looking for integration, then we can go for integration directly as well. If you specifically want to have the configuration and integration, then yeah, so we will be taking both. But yeah, the plan is to go for configuration first. If integration, it will be extend to 45 days or some like more than a week. So that depends actually. So, but the configuration part we will be completing in 1 month. You
But
know, right? So I think we have a lot of topics on configuration like form patterns, activity patterns, and validations, underwriting rules. So everything we'll be covering up. Along with the product designer, so we'll be having this product designer where we will be configuring coverages and exclusions and conditions, everything, right? So I'll be walking through every concept, and I will be taking yeah each day for each concept. So that's how the things will go.
so batch process station,
Yeah,
workflows.
yeah, 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 yeah. So we will walk through that. Yeah, batch process, work queue. So and this will comes under integrations. Yeah. If you opt for entire policy center, right, we will be taking up the entire things like batch process and message queues, and then we will be walking through the REST APIs, cloud APIs, and yeah, so we'll be walking through everything. And we have this latest S3 bucket also, Amazon S3 bucket, which is in the cloud. So we have a few more things like advanced product designer, and we have the team city data or so we have a lot of things in. So we have Git and Bitbucket and how we can use the Git and Bitbucket, at what time we will be using that, and how the branching strategies we have, like once we have the like once we did the code changes, right, how we are going to push the code into the server, like that's how uh, the things will be. You got it right.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
uh, all right, yeah. Yeah, we'll be providing everything. Like we'll be providing a training access and the recording session videos and the training apps. Everything will be provided. Just need to work. Like you can go to the trainings and do the things. That's it.
Rakesh, can you explain any of the topics, like just for 15 to 20 minutes
Mm-hmm. Okay.
now?
You want me to explain now? So that yeah. So I can explain you, but yeah. Okay. Let me take to you some data models. So yeah, you know, right, data models. So basically, we will be having data models in the sense we have some entities. In the sense we have different types of entities we have. Updated branch, retirable, keyable, non-keyables. For example, let me open a policy period entity. So every entity will have ETI, ETX, and EAX files. We will be having different types of entities we have. So this is a Guideware OTB entity. So this policy period is an OTB entity. So we will be enhancing through these ETX. Like for every Guideware out of the box entities, we will be creating an extension. Anyways, the entities will already created, right? So we will be extending it. And then we will be creating our custom everything like custom column or custom type key, everything. If whatever we want, array. So like this, so they have extended it and they have created, right? So on the OTB entity, we won't be able to create any, like we won't be adding any of the columns. So it's not allow you to create any new custom columns or anything. Yeah, but for to extend it, we need to follow this ETX. So we need to just create like right click, and then you will be seeing uh, so if you want to create a new entity, right? So for example, you just need to right click here and entity. System. Wait a minute. I'll bring my mouse. Wait a minute. I'll coming back to you. Yeah, okay, I'm back. So here, right, for example, if you want to create any custom entity, so what you can do, so you can go to the C. We have this metadata, manual metadata, we have this entities and type list. So under this entities only, we will be having all our entities, whether it's an out OTB or custom entity, everything. So, and then, so once we right click here, this is only. Yeah. Okay. So here, right? So you need to create a custom entity and then you can add anyway. So if you want to add any new column, right? So here you'll have all the different types of columns, arrays, everything. So if you want to have a column or type key, so that depends. So you have different types of requirements. So when you want any drop down or something, right? So you can go for type keys. If it is a different type, like if you want to have it as a decimal or some integer value, right? So you can select here as a type. Here you have a bit which is a boolean, and we have different types like date and time, decimal, everything will be on column. So you can select the return type, what exactly you want a return type, right? So depends upon that, depends upon the return type, the column will be decided. The name you can give it as anything, but you need to follow some naming convention. So where you can follow underscore ext, that's a best practice. So you need to follow the same way, and you can create however you need as per the requirement and as per your need. So we will be providing some task, right? So depends upon the task, you can create accordingly, and we will be reviewing that. So that's how the things will go. Okay. This is just a data model, but yeah, we can go similar way for all the other content too. So we have the similar type list. Yeah, type list is just nothing but a type codes. We will be having that. So under the type list. So what we will do is like this type list will be specifically used for creation of any drop down values. For example, I don't know, you guys are aware of this Guidewire UI? No, right?
PolicyCenter UI, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, then that's fine. So if you're aware, then I think mm, yeah, maybe somewhere I have this mock UI. I'll be sharing with you guys. There will be mock UI. Where you can do, right, once your server is meanwhile I'll start my server too if so comes up, right. I'll show you that too. Yeah, the server will come, it will take some time to to make it up. So once it is up, we will be having the UI. So it depends, like on the UI, right, however you want to configure the things, like if you want to configure the drop down values, or if you want to configure the um, like any UI fields, like just a text field or something, right? Right? We have different types. It's just like a Java. So, right? We'll be having different types of return types. So depends upon the like however you need, whether it's you want a bit, or if you want it as a bit in the sense Boolean. So if you want it as a varchar, so we have this varchar, depends upon the size also, it will be, so it depends upon the requirement. We have this type key, and if you want to have it as a drop down value, we have this type key. So you need to be aware of all those things, like how we can build up the relation between two entities, and how we can create the tables. Like these are the tables which are going to create on the database too. So basically we will be using the H2 database, and then we will be having the yeah, mostly we'll be having the H2 database only in the cloud. So we have this database config.xml file. So this is this is where the database, this is what the database which we are using. So this is the Guidewire database, which is a H2. Yeah, so this is like whenever you are creating any new entity, right? It's going to create a table under this database, and then it will store the data, whatever you're entering on the UI. So that's how the flow will be. Okay. So to store the data into the database, we will be going through these entities. Okay. You got it, right?
Yes, Rakesh.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Yeah, I think this should be fine. So maybe yeah, once we start, right, we'll go through each topic and then we'll be taking up the things. Yeah. I think this is a small topic like how you can store the data into the database when you have entered some data on the UI, right? So as I told you, so we will be having this entity. So we will be correlate the relation with this entity and this type column under the PCFs. So there is one more new concept. I think if I tell now, I think it's too early for you guys, so you won't get anything if I tell. But yeah, just for I think not sure like yeah. So we will be having this PCFs page configuration files. We will be having this page configuration files. So what it will do is like we will be having wizards and we will be having different items on this submission wizard I'll open. So this is the .pcf files, right? This is how the PCFs will look like. So whenever you want to open any PCF, then you can go to say here, right? You will be having different properties under this. So whenever you create any new entity, we will be relate this. For example, let's take this date code time needed. So here, right, if you see here, we have this value. So this is the table which we are storing this entire data, whatever the date you are entering, right? It will be stored on this specific table. So that's how the relation we will be building up and we will be calling that under the PCFs. So whenever the user enters some values on the specific date, it will be stored under this specific table. So if you want to fetch it, then we need to we need to write the code for it to fetch the data, and that's how the things will go. Okay. So we will be having a lot of concepts, like we will be having written types of each and every PCFs and data model too. For example, if you see, right, so we have this date quoted needed. So here, if you see, right, so we have this submission. Under the submission, we have this. So that's the reason they made it a submission dot date code needed. That's how they bring the relation, right? So anyways, we will be building the similar kind of way. So policy period dot, we will be creating one new, whatever the type key or any column we are creating, we will be getting that one. So that's how the relation we will be building up and we will be creating the PCFs accordingly. Yeah, I got it. So I'm going too fast right now, but yeah, in the sessions I'm not going this way. So we'll be taking up the things slowly. Okay. Okay. I think hope you got the things up. So let me know if you have any questions now.
What we are going to practice, we will give a story.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a requirement or I'll tell you this concept, right? When I'm telling the concept itself, I'll be creating few things and showing it to you guys on the session itself. So you can refer to the same session. Anyways, it's on the recording. We'll be providing the box or some link to you guys. So it will be recorded and it will be placing there. So you can go back to the recording and then you can check. And if not, we will be having a few more recordings of the older sessions also. You can go through that. If you have any doubts, you can figure it out in the next session. So that's how the things will go. Is it fine, Devendra?
I think we usually create transactions, so we'll be able to create all type of transactions with link related to the link.
Sorry, what about transactions?
Like we keep transaction inbound, outbound, and issue.
Yeah, there's other different statuses. Okay. Transactions is nothing, but we will be having submission, renewals, and
We
rewrite,
can
call
create
switch.
through Mockler.
Anyways, we will be provide. That's what I was about to show you guys, but I'm running out. I have a meeting in few minutes. That's the reason I'm just wrapping up the call. But yeah, maybe yeah. So you can like I showed you, right? I showed you my studio, right?
Yes,
I'll be
yes.
providing the same studio to you guys, so you can make the server up, and then you can create all the transactions. You can play around around on the studio. You can able to create however you're going to develop in future, right? You will be doing same things here too. That's not a thing.
Okay.
No,
Rakesh, one question. Like
yeah. Go ahead.
during this 30 days period, like you will be covering only basics or like all
Mm, Sorry, 1 minute. I see. One minute. I got a ping.
Okay.
In the sense, so in the sense, like we'll be having lot of sub concepts also. We will be having that and all. I'll go through that. But yeah, if you have any questions and if you can, we can check that too. So it's not like everything is not a spoon feeding. We will be providing. It's not like entire things like, but yeah, high level we will be covering. For example, if you see right, I'll tell you small example, Pradeep. Maybe you can get the
Okay.
things. For example, let's create a column. Okay, so let's create a column. So at high level, I'll tell you these things. Okay, but now, if you see here, so we'll be having multiple, like multiple properties we have. For example, we have this exported, expandable, and we have this null. Okay, and we have different types of return types. Anyways, this way everyone will be aware of these things. But yeah, null. Okay, and this name, like these are all the required fields. But yeah. We deprecated is nothing but there is separate concept for deprecated. So for each and every property will be having specific properties. For example, um, setter scriptability we have. For this also we have some uh, specific property and specific reason for why we have here. At high level, we will be walking through you at like how much we can. But yeah, so if it's anything specific you needed, right? Then you can maybe you'll have the documentation also in hand. Then you can go through it and we will be discussing. It's not like we won't be discussing it, but yeah, how much we can within the 1 hour of session for the specific topic, we will be going through that. You
We
got
got it.
it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
understood.
Similar
And
way,
like,
similar way. For example, yeah, sorry to cut you off, but yeah, similar way if you take, right? So in the PCFs also, we will be having different concepts for post on chain. We'll be having different, like different, I mean, concept. It's like a different concept. Similar, we will be having multiple properties. Like here we have this label and visibility, editability, and we will be having this regular expression and we'll be having so for each and every property there is a specific like specific use case. Okay, so we will be try to discuss how much we can. If something you specifically want to, then that's up to you, that's on interest actually. You got it right. But yeah, how
yeah,
much you need it for like to make you work on the specific concept, we will be feeding that. But yeah, if you want that advanced level, then you can go to the each concept and then you can go to the specific properties and yeah, that's how this. This is not like it will take more longer time. So if that's not a for example, if you want to complete it in 30 days, so if I go to each and every so for example, you have this request validation expression. So we will be having this regex. So we'll be having a regular expression, which is a field level validation. Okay, there is a separate concept for it. So for each and property, we'll be having multiple sub concepts also. How much we can, we will be. So inside the deeper way, if needed, we will be. If it is a required one, I will go through that. If not, I think you can get it the things when you're working or when you get any project exposure, right? During
yeah,
that time, you'll be getting the things.
we got it. And like,
Yeah.
is there any schedule like on like daily basis, like what topics you will cover?
Yeah, we'll be preparing like what concepts we'll be preparing. Like we'll be discussing on the next session. That agenda we will be meeting like every day. We'll be sending the meeting invite. We'll be having the agenda for the next day, right? So based upon that, and you can go through the specific concept. You'll be more thoroughly go through it, and then we'll be discussing. Like it will be more easy for you guys also to get the things when you have go through that specific concept before the session, and it will be easy for me also if you get the things understand. If you got it right, it's either both the ways need to be coordinated. I mean, anyways, see. My server got up now, so I think someone Devendra asked some question regarding that, right? So I'll show you that. Uh, Let's check what is the port number. It's like a friendly session only. We will be taking up. Don't need to be rushed, and we have enough time. We'll be going to each and everything. No worries. But the ultimate thing is like I mean, you guys need to get these things. Okay, right? So these are the ports we have. So we can change this port number to like if you want to use multiple student at a time, right? You can change this port number. This is the port we'll be having for the entire this guideware. Um, yeah. So now how we can open is like I'll teach you, but yeah. But anyways, I'll give you the link to you. But right now I don't have the standards. That's the reason I'm typing it here. Is the So this is how the UI looks like. Okay, 1 minute. I don't know why this. Okay, so this is how the UI will be looking like, and you can give the super user SUGW, and then yeah, this is how the UI looks like. I think yeah, someone asked about the transactions, right? So you can create some account. Yeah, I'll tell you how you can create the account and everything. You can create this account, and then you can create this submission. The submission is nothing but a transaction. So you can give all the states, and you have different types of LOBs, line of businesses. LOB is nothing but, so you'll be creating any LOB. You can select this or any product, and then you can create a transaction for it. So that's how you will be creating the transactions and inside the studio. Yeah. So once you have this, right? So it is in the draft status. Now, once you code this, code is nothing but under status. So once you have provided all this info, right? So we will be quoting that, and then we will be issuing the policy so that you will be creating the policy number. Once we give every required, just you can give the required fields, and then I will try quoting it. So all these are like out of the box code. So we need know nothing specific here. Uh, let's try to code quickly. Not sure like whether I need to add all these drivers and vehicle. Let's see how whether it will allow or I don't think so it will allow. Let's try. Yeah, you need some coverages. So, some coverages. Let's some kind of line. Yeah, this should be fine. Let's try quoting. If we have one right now. Yeah, the policy got quoted now. If you see right, earlier it's a draft. Now it's a quoted. Now we can try bind option. We have this issue policy option. So we can click on this issue. It's going to issue the policy. Yeah, this policy got created. Once the policy you have, yeah, we have the policy in hand. now you can perform multiple transactions. So we have this, these are all the new transactions like policy change, cancellation, renewal. So all these are the three different types of transactions we have. We can do anything that depends upon the specific requirement and the use case. You got it right. I think someone asked. I think they someone Devendra, right? I think you only ask these things, right?
Oh, yes. Yes. Got it.
Yeah. So once I think once we wrap up the things, I think that's how you will be creating these policies and transactions. Okay. Yeah, we'll be going through all these things. You don't need to worry about this thing. But yeah, just to showcase you, I just created it, and
Rakesh,
we can.
can you please send one detailed plan like what all will be covering that?
Yeah. So I think once you're in, maybe I think you want the specific session catalog. Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be sending that to you. Yeah. I think now we are good, right? Yeah. I think we are good. I think we should be
Every day
fine.
the recordings will be shared over mail, or do you have any platform where you upload all the recordings and content, Rakesh?
Yeah. What we'll be doing, we'll be providing a zip file to you guys. You know, right? Zip file, you'll be unzipping it, and then you will get all the content of everything.
Okay. So
Yeah.
over mail only you will be sending all the materials. There is no any, and there's nothing like a course platform where you upload all.
Yeah. But no platform.
Okay.
So nowhere we'll be having any platforms
Huh.
like these. But yeah, we if needed, you can follow the box, right? You know, right? Box. If
Yes.
needed, we'll be placing that in the box link. Let's. I think for now we don't have anything as such. But yeah, we'll see if we have anything in future. Maybe we can now. Let's like once we start this session, right? We'll try to see if someone can take it up, and then we can create a box, and then we'll be following that way also.
Okay. Okay, Rakesh. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but for now we'll be sharing that on the zip files. We'll anyways like zip files are fine. I think more comfortable like you can compress it, right? So if you have larger size also you can compress. Now I think if the studio itself only will only take almost 3-4 GB. So I think even box also will take a lot of time to upload and download. But yeah, rather than that, I feel like zip will be more comfortable. You can unzip and you can directly, it won't take much time. You can zip it and unzip the things and you can get everything through mail much quicker. Yeah, that's up to you. But yeah, that's how the things we are following right now. If needed, we can work on that too. Okay. Hope you got everything. Let's see. Like if you're like everyone is fine, right? Then we'll start the batch accordingly.